going to discuss about antisymmetric impulse response when n is odd. Now see that what we have already discussed is symmetrical response when n is odd. Okay, so the procedures and all same. Okay, so the first step is to divide this sequence based on the symmetry. Then after this, what I will do, I am going to substitute n is equal to n minus 1 minus 1 in order to make both the summations same. Then what we did, we apply the symmetric condition. So now for this case, what happened is, instead of this h of n equal to h of n minus 1 minus 1, I am going to put minus here. So instead of this, I am going to have minus. That is the only difference. So remaining procedure and all same. Okay, if I put minus in this case, what will happen? So here I will get, here I will get minus h of n, right? So minus h of n, so here minus. So instead of this cos, what I will get is, I will get sine. That is the only difference. Understood, students? Now the same procedure I have done similar to symmetric impulse response when similar to the symmetric impulse response when n is odd. Okay, up to this it is same. Okay, now I am going to change this summation equally. So here what I have done, if I need to make the summation equally, instead of h of n, I am going to substitute h of n minus n. Okay, now after applying this antisymmetric condition, this one, then h of n minus 1 minus 1 is equal to minus h of n, right? So substituting this e power minus j omega n minus 1 you will get, and you will have these three summation. Now in order to find out this magnitude and phase response, what you will do, you will take this outside in order to have the phase value, right? So the same thing I have done, that is I have taken e power minus j omega n minus 1 by 2 outside. So I have taken this e power minus j omega n minus 1 by 2 outside. Okay, so after combining these two, since it is e power j theta minus e power minus j theta, so I am getting 2j sine omega n minus 1 by 2 minus 1. The same similar concept. Okay, so now see here what we got is cos 5 omega, that is phase is minus omega n minus 1 by 2. Here also minus omega n minus 1 by 2. Here you are having h of n, instead of cos I am getting sine because of substituting the antisymmetric condition, and remaining values and all same. Okay, hope I understood that you just compare these two conditions, symmetric impulse response and antisymmetric impulse response when n is odd, and then learn it. Okay, then only it is easy for you to understand the concepts. Now the next one is antisymmetric impulse response when n is even. Now we will correlate this with symmetric impulse response when n is even. So now this is what the symmetrical response when n is even. The same concept we have divided into two. Then I have changed this summation into the first summation. So if I want to change the first summation, what I need to do, I have to replace h of n by h of n minus 1 minus n. Then in order to make this h of n, I need to apply symmetric condition. So in this case, in that point only, it differs for antisymmetric impulse response. Now in that point, what I am going to do is I am going to put minus h of n minus 1 minus 1. So here you will get minus sign. So when you combine this, you will get the same concept, except that here you will get 2j sine sine omega n minus 1 by 2 minus n. That's it. Now the same procedure I have done. Instead of this symmetric condition, I have substitute, instead of h of n minus 1 minus 1, I have substitute minus h of n. Then in order to face the phase delay, what we did in this one, we did that we multiply and divide by e power minus j omega, right? The same concept I did here, and I have take the after combining these like this, we will get this right now. The same concept we will get for this here. Okay, so e power j omega n minus 1 by 2 minus n, and this minus summation this. Okay, so then combining these two terms, summation is equal to 0 to n minus 2 by 2 h of n 2j sin omega n minus 1 by 2 minus n. So from this is what your phase and this is what your magnitude response. Okay, so this is what the topic of frequency response of a linear phase FIR filter. So in that we have designed 4 types. So, and we have find out the frequency response. Normally in most of the books, instead of this h of e power j omega, they will represent as h of omega. Okay, both h of e power j omega and these are all same. Okay, so both are similar. Okay, so this represent the frequency response. That's it. Okay. Okay, I hope you have understand all these concepts. We will discuss the doubts in the Gmeet. Thank you.